Hey there, my name is Adiola Kingsley James. How are you doing today? Whoo! I'm so excited, and I'll tell you why. It's coming to the end of a year, 2022, and when I sit down to see the things that have happened in my life this year, I am so grateful. There are things that I never imagined would happen that have happened. I mean, if you had told me in January that it would have happened whenever it happened, I would almost shake my head. But because I'm an obedient person, I follow my heart. And I follow my intuition, which is your sixth sense, right? And because I'm also ready to serve and give value, oh my goodness, I've received so much value. I've received so much service. I've received so much money. I've received so much friendship. I have meaningful relationships right now. My life, I've never been this happy in my entire life. And I've been alive for over 4 decades. Yeah. I've never been this happy. I've never been this aligned, never been this excited, never been this blessed, never been this loved, in bliss, never. And honestly, if I can, you too can. And so this is my stretching out my arm to say, if you want to see the words that I'm saying right now from a real place, reach out to me and let me help you. Let me help you live that life because you deserve it. I desire it for you, but you deserve it also. So reach out to me. Let's go on this journey together where I can help you become wholesome and happy. So today I want to talk about being your best self. Now, everybody's always saying, I want to live my best life. I want to live my best life. I want to live my best life. But when you ask, what is your best life? People don't know. I just want to be rich. How rich? What does riches mean? What kind of money are we talking about? In what currency? In what denomination? How frequent? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of relationships do you want to have? Oh, I want a romantic relationship. You must be tall, dark, and handsome. Is that all? Okay, so when you put all the external attributes, what about the internal attributes? When you put all the internal attributes, what about your connection with Him? How do you want to connect? So for me, I know that we like all these words, living my best life, being my best self. But I think that being your true self stands more true to me. Being your vulnerable self, being your honest self, being your authentic self sits better for me. Who is that authentic person? Being that authentic self, being able to speak your mind, being able to say no, being able to set boundaries, being able to have some non-negotiables. We're not discussing it. It's not up for conversation. This I'm not going to do. Or this I'm going to do. Right? It's not up for conversation. Being able to live your truth, being able to connect with your inner self to a point where you know that, oh, you need help, so you seek it. Because the truth is, the same ingredient that got you into something cannot take you out. So you need professional help. I sought a lot of professional help, and that's why I'm free today. And whenever I have challenges, I speak to people again. I have therapists who have therapists who have therapists. And that's how the cycle and circle is meant to go. So being able to sit down and say, who really am I? What are the things that I like? Creating that identity for yourself. Because if you don't have an identity, you will answer to anything that you're called. Creating the identity of the person that you would like to be. Having that self-image is called branding in organizations. You can brand yourself also. Maybe there's certain colors you want to only wear. You can check your undertone and see what colors, suit you. Like yellow is one of my colors, and you can see how bright I look. And so I wear yellow a lot now. I have the colors that I know that these colors will make me pop, and I go for them. I'm very even careful of when I'm buying things, because I know these are the colors that suit me. So why reinvent the wheel? Creating that self-image, that brand, that identity for yourself. Because the truth is, we have two identities. The one that people see, but also the one that we see about ourselves. So if you see yourself as weak, you see yourself as useless, you criticize yourself all the time, you judge yourself, regardless of if other people tell you how beautiful you are, if you think to yourself, I'm ugly, that's it. You're not going to believe what anybody says. I used to be like that. You would say I'm beautiful, and I'll look back thinking whether you're speaking to the person behind me. But now, when you say you're beautiful, I say to people I know, yes. And then I say thank you after, for acknowledging or for witnessing such beauty. I say thank you. But I say to them, I know, you have beautiful skin, I know. But thank you for noticing it, And it keeps going that way. So what is that? Living that best self or having is knowing who you are. What is your identity? When people come in contact with you, what do they experience? Who do they experience? Let me tell you what I say to people. I say to people, I am air. I give people a reason to live, love, and breathe. I am light. I bring clarity and understanding. I'm unconditional love. I love because it's who I am, and I'm an example on earth that God exists. Now, that's my brand promise to you every time you come in contact with me. What about you? What about you? That has nothing to do with all my roles and titles. Because if I'm stripped of all of them, this is who you will meet. This is what you will meet. And so with that, I'm able to live my truth. I'm able to come out being of value, giving service to people and being served, loving unconditionally, bringing clarity to situations that, didn't have any clarity. If you meet me at any point in time, I can help you. I promise you. If there's a challenge you have in any area of your life, if you meet me, I'll solve it for you, and I'll solve it with you, because I'm not going to do it without you. Okay? So that's my brand promise. That is me living my best self. That is me loving myself. People are talking about self-care. That's what it is. Self-love. That's what it is. Loving myself to a point where I've created the identity of myself that I'm introducing me to people and teaching them how to treat me. It's like when you buy a phone, it comes with a manual. The manual is the interface between you and that product to teach you how to use the product. Now, a lot of us never, at least let me speak for myself, I'm not sure if I've ever read any of my phone manuals. I just go learn as I go. There's some features that I will never use because I don't even know it's there. What about you? Do you have a user's manual for yourself? Do you have a manual that you share with people to say, this is how you treat me, this is how you touch me, this is how you love me, this is how you hug me, this is how you interface with me, this is how you talk to me? You can do other things to other people, that's not a problem, but if you want me in your space, this is how you relate with me. Have you got something like that? You need to create one, and I've got a phenomenal friend called Praise for Wowe who helps people to create their user's manual. If you want something like that, reach out to me. I might also be able to help you do it. It is the best thing to have. So when you meet, you want to get into a relationship, you share your user's manual. Whether romantic or not, you share your user's manual. This is how you treat me. Be warned or be careful, or, be aware. This is how you handle me. This is how either I'm fragile, or this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is everything in there. And so that's self-care, that's self-love, that's self-acceptance, that's confidence, that's being bold, knowing yourself, loving yourself. Everything still comes back to you. And then you are able to say, I'm living my best life. You know, there's certain things now, I say no with a smile on my face. Before, oh my God, I was a people pleaser. So I could never say no to people because I wanted people to like me. But now, are you going to go, no? Why? No reason. Because when I say yes, I don't need to give you a reason. So why do I need to give you a reason when I say no? I might not go as far as that. I say that in my head. But for some people, why don't you want to go? No reason. I just don't feel like it. And so go and represent us. If it was my husband, for example, go and represent us. And the truth is, he doesn't necessarily have to like it. He doesn't. Oh, can we have people over? Yes, we can. However, I won't be available. So you can have people over, but I won't be available today, maybe some other time. And so everything and anything that I do now, I do because I really want to do it. And so it becomes authentic to me. I'm not struggling with it. I'm not fighting myself. I'm not resenting you. I'm doing it from a place of me wanting to do it. And so I'm able to do it from a place of peace. So those are the things that I'll say, creating that identity, that powerful identity for yourself, and reminding yourself of that identity every day. See me, I said mine easily because I've said it over and over. I have it written all over. It's everywhere. I've said it over and over. When people say, so what do you do? I say I'm a life giver and a kingmaker. So really, what's that? Well, as a life giver, I'm a therapist and hypnotherapist. If you give me the permission, I'll give you your life back. And as a kingmaker, I've worked in the in television industry for close to 2 decades. And so I've made a lot of kings and queens and most likely will make more. Simple. Nothing talking about anything else. And so it's true to me. Who is your authentic self? Who are you? Create that person today. We're going into 2023. How do you want people to interface with you? How do you want people to treat you? How do you want people to accept you, to see you, to deal with you, to walk with you, to talk with you? It's entirely up to you. How do you want to teach people how to treat you? You need to do it to yourself first before you can teach other people. And for you to do it, you must know it. And for you to know it, you must create it. So those are the steps you create. Then it becomes a knowing. Then it becomes a teaching. And then other people now start to give it back to you. And the universe has no choice but to connect you with people who will treat you the exact way you want to be treated. I hope this helps. Once again, my name is Adela. Have a wonderful day.